It's just a bunch of excuses. I mean, if the president had nothing to hide, then why is it that we ever had to do a vote? Why is it that we're sitting here waiting on the Senate to vote?
Live television isn't supposed to detonate at 8:12 a.m. But that morning in Midtown Manhattan, it did. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett leaned forward across the studio table, eyes locked, voice cutting through the room. "I want to show the American people something they haven't seen yet." The host froze mid-breath. The administration's senior advisor straightened in his chair. Sensing trouble, Jasmine slid out a slim folder she'd kept tucked beneath her notes and held it up. "These," she said, opening it slowly, "are emails from a donor event in Palm Beach."
But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
She slid a printed page across the table. "These raise serious questions about who's shaping the administration's education agenda, including the First Lady."
You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel, and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't mathin' here.
The advisor snapped back instantly, accusing her of being reckless and irresponsible, but Jasmine didn't move, didn't blink. "These emails were verified by digital forensics experts," she said calmly. The studio fell into absolute silence across the country. Viewers leaned in closer to their screens. Within minutes, the clip hit the internet and blew up. By the time Jasmine stepped out onto 6th Avenue, her phone was vibrating non-stop. Supporters, reporters, critics, everyone wanted a piece of her. Then her phone lit up with a call from her communications director. "Leah, you need to see the First Lady's statement." Jasmine opened the message. IT was blunt.
This modern world is moving so fast, and our children face challenges that seem to change every few months. Just like me.
Congresswoman Crockett has fabricated stories for attention. No hesitation. No nuance. Just a political hammer swung fast and hard. Moments later, another message hit Jasmine's phone. "They're calling networks. They want them to stop booking you." Jasmine slipped into a quiet cafe. Outside, the hashtag #CrockettCancel was already trending, powered by brand new accounts, manufactured outrage, coordinated attacks. But in the middle of the noise, a stranger walked over and simply said, "You handled yourself well." That small kindness steadied her more than she expected. Back in DC, everything escalated. Reporters crowded the airport. Networks that had begged for her earlier suddenly sent cancellations wrapped in flimsy excuses. Leah confirmed what Jasmine already suspected: they were pressured. All of them in her office. Staffers spread out the growing mess. Anonymous accounts, synchronized messaging, and now whispers that the First Lady herself had urged networks to drop her. "They don't push this hard unless they're scared," Jasmine said quietly. Then her phone buzzed again. "An investigative journalist she trusted. Your emails check out," he said. "And former East Wing staffers are starting to talk." The next morning, the Chicago Sentinel dropped a bombshell. Verified emails show the First Lady's direct involvement in a donor-driven policy push. Former staffers confirmed she had aggressively advocated for donor requests. Networks felt the shift and scrambled to rebook Jasmine. Then a leaked audio clip hit the internet. Two White House staffers discussing the scandal. One said, "We need to shut this down. The First Lady is furious." The other replied, "She shouldn't have been pushing donor agendas in the first place." Inside Jasmine's office, the mood flipped. Panic belonged to the White House, now not them. When the First Lady doubled down with a second statement accusing Jasmine of doctoring documents, it backfired instantly. Reporters ripped the claim apart. Another former East Wing staffer went public. "I stayed quiet because I was afraid. Watching Congresswoman Crockett get attacked for telling the truth pushed me too far." Jasmine issued one line to every outlet: "The truth needs no spin." That night in Los Angeles, she sat under bright studio lights as the anchor asked the obvious. "The First Lady says you misrepresented the emails. How do you respond?" "I presented verified facts," Jasmine said calmly. "If someone feels threatened by the truth, that's their reaction, not my responsibility." Online reactions exploded. Viewers clipped the moment she added, "Silence is what powerful people rely on." IT spread everywhere. For many, it was the first time they'd seen a politician stay composed under immense pressure without theatrics. By dawn, the national mood had shifted. The First Lady's attempt to silence her had become part of the scandal. Headlines described her response as panicked, miscalculated, self-inflicted. Jasmine stepped up to a podium outside the studio for a brief public statement. "I didn't share those Emails to create chaos, she said. I shared them because the people I represent deserve honesty, and honesty doesn't disappear because someone powerful wants it buried. Reporters listened in total silence. You don't need a title to speak up, she continued. You just need courage. And courage grows every time someone refuses to stay silent. As she stepped away, a reporter called out, "Do you think this changes anything?" Jasmine gave a small, steady smile. It already did.